Hello, everybody. Welcome back to EPIC47. I'm brought to you by with Felix here, fantastic co-caster. It's 9 a.m. early in the morning. Are you excited for these games going ahead?
Yeah, man, we've got 8 Sins taking on Control, and it's an exciting game because we have not seen these five players play against one another just yet. Last LAN, they did clash, but not quite the same rosters. I think the way it went was Control played 8 Sins in the groups and then beat them, but then they played later on in the playoffs, but didn't win that one. But that was before the new additions of Ali Bond and Minimal. So it was a slightly different roster for Control. So yeah, we'll be discovering who's going to come out on top in this matchup for the first time.
Sounds really interesting. But before we get into the brackets and have a look at how these guys have performed in the past during this Epic LAN, I have to run through our sponsors. We are sponsored by Logitech for this Counter-Strike 2 tournament. I'm pretty sure the MVP will be receiving a nice new mouse for themselves. And other than that, we have Overclockers UK, fantastic sponsors of Epic LAN with their pre-built, really high quality. Have you got any experience with their computers?
Um, I've always been a custom guy, but I've been over to the stall and had to talk with them. They're all lovely people. Um, and I'm sure it's the highest quality of service. So if you do need any new components, do check out Overclockers UK, and I'm sure you'll get some of the best deals available in the industry.
Obviously, you can't forget about XP Eyewear. They are a fantastic sponsor here. If you struggle with eye fatigue, any strain whilst you're playing your games, they are definitely one to get over and maybe make a purchase. But other than that, we're going to jump into our brackets and see how these guys have performed.
Yeah, weird one for 8 Sins. They've been losing to some players that you might not expect. 8 Sins initially taking on Asylum Peakers. It's a funny matchup. Some of their Pug mates, I know Prime's familiar with a fair few of the Asylum Peakers players, and it was a little bit embarrassing losing to that mix 2-1. Yeah, 8 Sins they've had to pull up their trousers throughout this playoff stage and recover the long way. Control, they've had a bit of a nicer
Yeah,
journey to get to this point.
pick that name. First team they won
Yeah, yeah,
against.
yeah, yeah,
Scholars of the
yeah.
Shaft. What a name.
Scholars of the Shaft. Let's take a little bit of time to talk about them because I'm sure they'll be really happy with the performance that they've had at this LAN. A pot 25 team, but taking out some of the big boys. They beat
Yeah,
Coalesce. I
that
think,
was a rough one.
yeah, so I'm excited to see what some of those players are going to show at future Epic events and just on the UK circuit. Um, I mean, yeah, I'm only familiar with their player Adam Stroud, but yeah, keep an eye out for the Scholars of the Shaft. Anyway, let's get on to the teams in this matchup again. Yeah, Controller taking out British Aussie gang, four very strong players, and I mean Dweg,
Yeah,
he's a bit notorious, but you know he's got a great brain on him. Maybe not quite mechanically
good for
up
casting though.
there, but yeah, Dweg, a legend of the scene, playing alongside other legends such as Dexy, Nuke Dog, and Co. Um, 2-0 win for Control. I'm pretty sure it was decisive victories as well. Yeah, and the only real challenge Control had was last night against TLR.
Cool, sort of to be expected though. Last resort,
Absolutely.
definitely the favourites coming to Epic LAN, but no, nothing to be ashamed of. And obviously that's meant they are here against 8 Sins, fighting for their life, trying to make it into that final.
Yeah, luckily I was able to cast that Control at TLR game, and it's actually mirroring the veto of today. We'll be having a look at Ancient Mirage and Overpass. Um, Control, they're not too confident in their Ancient map. They got
Yeah,
yeah,
it's been a
they had
rough
a
one for
hard
them so
hard time
far,
last night over there. They had an
but
insane comeback on
it
Mirage.
looks like we're getting into our game. Bit unexpected, but here we go. Straight into the gunfight. Look at this. Control starting on the CT side. Ali Bond, he's got his pair of Julies and the raid boss, but it looks like they're coming straight into the A bomb site. Frags are starting to come back and forth. Tadpole doing a fantastic job of keeping his team in this round. They're going to get the bomb plant into the 4 versus 3 post plant. Looks like all players are going to run back towards Donut. We have got Tornex on the deep flank, but this isn't going to mean anything. Look at this, Mr. Obvious with the smoke and the defuse.
Taking it. Minimal. Maybe he needs the body block. Prime looking dangerous there. He could have potentially cancelled the defuse, but first round going in the way of Control. It's an incredibly close scenario there. Perhaps that's going to be a theme that continues throughout this match, but yeah, first round of 8sin's map pick going in the way of Control, and Control will be happy about that one.
Control, they just didn't have, they had the wrong map, they had the wrong site pick. That defuse did come through thanks to that smoke. But they did pick the wrong map, the wrong side of the map to begin with.
Yeah, I mean, there's only 2 sites.
Yeah, you got to stack one of them.
And finding an early frag on the B lane. 8sin's bringing that bomb over towards A though. It will be an open bomb site. Control playing for the retake from Donut and CT. That's frag going in the way of Mr. Obvious.
Kills not coming through for 8sin's. They're getting torn apart here. Tornex is going to run back for the AK, getting the spray down. It's a bit rough there. He does get it across the line, but they're going to close him down. That was a good one towards Ali Bond, taking one with him, but Control going to keep it with 3 players alive. It's pretty dire for 8sin's right now.
Yeah, they fully committed to that second round, hoping to keep it close, but Control with some great set pieces for that retake. They had the site entirely crunched. Players coming in from behind, coming in from Donut, coming in from CT. 8sin's just not really winning any duels there. And, obviously, if you're going to be force buying into the round, that's what you're going to be hoping for to win the fights, but not against these Control individuals. Obvious finding early action on Elbow. Middle once again jumping up on Heaven, and yeah, Prime making it a bit trickier, but
Oof, what a shot from Tadpole. Bringing this one closer than it should be into the 2 versus 3. They haven't got any armor to speak of. Might be able to pick up that M4, but Mr. Obvious is here looking after that.
Control, they need to be careful against these pistols. They've already lost 2, but
No chance.
Obvious will clean things up. Not the cleanest anti-eco out of Control there, but definitely looking confident.
At least they save all the rifles going forward. Those MP9s might have been a little bit of dead weight going forward. We have seen them quite a few times going towards Cave, but looks like Rise has got his AWP early on in this game. Only round 4. Already bringing it out. Wants to get this one nice and early.
It's a good round to do it on. He's up against 5 AKs, so every duel he does take should be fairly in his favour.
Aggression from Minimal. It does get punished by Tornex, a little bit too over-aggressive there, but it's a good flash from his teammates to bring that fight towards Tornex.
8sin's looks like they're going to be going back through T-spawn, playing for the B site, but the bomb is sticking around Elbow actually. Mid still in the possession of Obvious, and Godku up on an aggressive angle with this lane control. Finds the duel onto Prime. Tadpole winning that one back. And it's 8sin's with the man advantage. Obvious will be twisted. This one's looking promising for 8sin's.
Yeah, spray was a little bit dicey there from Mr. Obvious. He could have brought it back for his teammates. Fraser does get dinked through the boxes, but Tadpole's going to go for the swing. Nice one, nice team play there from 8sin's.
Rise's AWP has not been put into any action at all.
He's got no choice but to save it, has he?
Expensive gun, I mean, you're going to want to hold on to it. You'd have to be a madman to go for this 1 versus 4. A bit of a boring round for Rise Up. Something that I'd like to see more out of Control is being able to set up Rise's AWP to find picks on their CT side. Because at least last night on the CT rounds for Control, I didn't really see Riser engaging in too much action. There was a lot of times where you did have to try and save that gun after his team were unsuccessful, and that could be an issue for Control's CT sides if that's to continue.
Yeah, I want to see a little bit more out of him going forward. It's a shame though. 8 sins did not have much HP towards the end. Those dinks kept coming through, but the kill's not able to finalize. And 8 sins will find their first round of this game. I want to see them bring in a little bit of this momentum now. Try and catch a few more. Control, they've got enough money to buy into this. Rise is going to be able to drop one over. Everyone's going to have what they need. Godku on that MP9, but talking about him, he is a dynamite in-game leader. Likes to go off the wire just a little bit. What do you think about Godku coming into the round?
I was actually wondering if Control were going to switch up the tempo here, because every round Godku and Minimal have been fighting really hard for Heaven. They got punished last rounds, but they're keeping the same action here. Minimal only good for one on Heaven. Godku opting not to go through that Heaven smoke, but it is even the territory in a 3 versus 3 right now. The CT mid players out of the round though. Ali Bond responding with a bit of ramp aggression here.
Perfect
Spots
timing.
the head of Fraser. Loses the jewel though. He's spotted 2 on the death cam though. It's an alright bit of information, but it is a tricky situation. Godku re-aggressing onto the ramp. He's very close to the bomb.
That might be a smoke there to no smoke there to obscure his vision. Just playing the close angle, seeing if he can pick anyone off. Interestingly enough, Fraser has got the bomb, so if he were to take this fight and lose it, might throw a spanner into work. But Godku's going to take the peak, instant trade, and we talk about 8 sins and their strengths. Their team play has been pretty good so far. Nice shot from Riser, not able to get it across the line. That bomb's going to go down, and he's just going to throw a few desperate shots into the smoke. That's not looking good for him, but he gets the first kill. Fraser goes down. He's got this AWP, not really the right weapon for the job, but if he's able to get one more, he keeps going back and forth.
He's looking keen. He knows he wants to go for it.
He's got the kit. He's got a Molotov, but he's going to go through the smoke. He will be taking down 8 sins. They recover the AWP, so it's dangerous in the hands of 8 sins.
I mean, you could tell Riser was a bit bored after that save on the previous round. He doesn't want to save 2 rounds in a row. That round he really wanted to go for it, but perhaps a little lack of discipline as now that he's lost the AWP Control, they're going to have to play a few rounds without a sniper, and Fraser on the other side might make Control regret that.
Seeing a few MP7s come out, what do you think about this new change to the SMGs?
Well, here it's doing absolute havoc onto the eco of Control.
Just pick it up and see what he can do with it.
To answer your question though, I don't think any positive updates need to happen to SMGs, but I've obviously think differently. That's a good Molotov onto the site. Does tag up and deny the plant. Good damage being done here, obvious.
Extra money.
Decent kill. Fraser and Tornex live to see another day though, and tie up the scoreline at 3-3. Decent eco out of Control there.
Yeah, nice to see from them keeping that one. I was going to say clean. It's not clean. They lost 3 players that round. The MP7 is going to get a little bit of money, extra bit of money. But it's good to see 8 sins starting to take a bit more control here. 3 rounds in a row. Seeing if they can keep this momentum in their favor. Control are going to have a bite of their own. Riser back on the AWP. And you said you wanted to see a little bit more out of him. But again, he's playing this one fairly passively towards Donut behind Minimal.
Donut's a great spot for an AWP to be played against mid-aggression here. He does find one, able to back off and survive with just 20 HP, and obvious with a cheeky smoke spam, giving Control the advantage in this scenario. T up in cave though. Tadpole catches Godku off guard, but he still reacts to it. Tornex, he's got a strong lurk, but obvious. He's able to spot players through smokes, and he seems pretty aware of the players through the walls as well. Look at this, playing so sneaky. Tornex surely not ready for the pole around the corner.
He gets caught off guard. Mr. Obvious would take that one nice and easy. Fraser, 1 versus 4. He has got the bomb. He's got a Molotov and his signature weapon right now. Trying to take those fights early against Alibon. Nice one. That's a wallbang. But either way, he's gonna start making his way into the bomb site. He's got 40 seconds left to play with. We have got Mr. Obvious on the flank. Make sure this one doesn't get out of hand. He's not able to react in time. That's a 4 for control. Bringing this one back, not letting 8sins take control.
It's a 4th round and an enormous round for Mr. Obvious. Putting himself in positions all over mid there, from window to heaven, to find different frags. Great round out of him. He's on 11 kills already, topping the server, well above anyone else.
And looks like 8sins don't want to take their foot off the gas. We're seeing a force buy straight away. Gonna get this one back, not let this go. Well, don't want to let this one fall out of their grasp. Got 4 players towards B here. They're taking this one nice and slowly. Gonna take that cave control. No, they're gonna clear it out and start to take it slowly. Control. They're gonna be aware of this by now.
Godku tags himself. They're going to know about it. It's a good flash, but
Signature Godku play,
3 bullets being sent his way. It doesn't matter if the opponents are white. That was a shooting gallery where Godku was the canvas.
Took a bit of a Hail Mary there, straight through the smoke. You knew what they're planning, but
Not a bad set piece out of control. Flashing their players for peaks, but didn't work out. At least there's information gained now that will pull the rotate out of control CT side over towards the B site. 45 seconds remain. It will be an all-out brawl here. 8sins with the man advantage. He's flashed into the site.
good Molotov's gonna take these fights individually. Alibond is here, trying his best to take over, but he is gonna go down into the 3 versus 2 through the smoke. Minimal takes a massive amount of damage. It's not gonna scare him off, but he wants to take these fights. That smoke's gonna dissipate. Which might be perfect to take Riser off an angle, but takes down Tornex. They're slowly making their way back into this one. Minimal, he is aware of Tadpole's position. That flashbang did give it away, but fights are going to come through. And a little bit of chip damage off. Time is here. Riser's aware of his position, but not able to get the AWP shot off. Minimal's on low HP. And 8sins bring it back, keeping this one close.
Prime picking up a 4K there as a response to Mr. Obvious's 4K in the previous round. I'd say individually Prime is perhaps the most dangerous player on 8sins. He's been repping the org for a good while now, somewhat reminiscent of Rain on FaZe Clan. Obviously the org's not been around for anywhere near as long, but Prime has been on 8sins since the creation of the team. He stayed loyal and had this new roster built around him. He's showing why they've kept him around.
Some really strong players here on 8sins. Like we've seen Dobbo and Tadpole, they've been around the block, haven't they?
Tadpole, a former student of Artist. He's I remember he came onto the scene as a 13-year-old talent donkeys years ago. I'm sure he's a little bit older than that these days.
Maybe
but
just a little bit.
Yeah,
it's quite a while ago now.
Dobbo, former Into the Breach player, playing alongside some of the greats of the scene like Cypher, learning from that IGL Adam 9130. He's definitely got an abundance of knowledge. He's playing in ESE Advanced for a very long time.
Spy's looking a little bit rough on the side of control. Alibon's going for some early aggression here. That 5-7, we've been seeing it do work, this epic LAN.
There's so much potential for a 5-7 to do things on Ancient. There's so many close range angles. What will Alibon be able to do? Dobbo creeping into the crosshair. Shot landed, but he's not ready for these players coming in behind him. Tadpole not activating on it just yet. Alibon, surely he's got to be aware, but with how long this freeze has happened, he's going to be caught off guard.
No way he reacts to that. He will be taken down. What about the 5-7? It's been dangerous this entire epic LAN. That was a bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy there. We're talking about it. The caster's curse. He finds one cleanly.
Yeah, and I mean, if we're going to talk about weapons updates with SMGs, should a $500 pistol be able to do as much damage as the 5.7 does? I mean, I absolutely love playing with it. It's so fun, but it is a little bit ridiculous, some of the situations you can have with a 5.7.
I do think we've seen worse pistols in the past, though. It's definitely not the worst iteration we've
Definitely
had.
right about that.
Yeah, $500, but that's what we love about Counter-Strike. Even with a USP, you can take on
It's a standard
anyone.
chance. And let's see what Godku's able to do on this close angle with that
Oh.
unideal weapon. Can't find one because Tornix has come through Donut. Prime taps away onto Temple. Riser and Minimal will be lucky to find any frags here with the pistols and no armor. Coming into the post plant, we do have Riser on the flank, while Minimal slowly works. Temple retrieves a deagle. Riley snatches an AK off the floor.
They really want to go for this, though.
Kit picked up.
Some
Tornix
clean
down.
kills here. Oh my
Another shot
god.
landed. It's up onto Prime playing from Donut. He's got a lot of util, but he's been identified. Made it away. He's going to have to play for the tap of the bomb. He's predicted the non-stick, but Riser, he's got to go for it. He's retrieved the kit, and Prime might not expect that. I think it's going to be the defuse coming in. Prime with the last second kill, but it's just not enough. Control, claim a fifth.
That was so unexpected from the USP and the Deagle. Some really crispy shots there brought them back into the round, and there's no way 8sins thought they had a kit there. That was probably the nail in the coffin for them.
Absolutely. I mean, Prime, he did kill the diffuser out a millisecond after it went down.
He didn't realize he had the kit. He was playing like that. He didn't have it.
It was yeah, a slight mistiming on the peak perhaps from Prime. I mean, he's playing so well, but yeah, needed to pull off the 1v2 there if he wanted to save his team from disaster. Losing to that eco round, it's going to be a rough one for 8sins and Control. They're going to be feeling a lot of momentum off that round. Look what it's done for the economy of 8sins. They're having to have a Tech 9 on Tadpole.
Though, they're out again. He's
10 on Dobbo.
Might be going for something a little bit more close and personal in this round. All 5 players going towards B.
The ramp rush can be absolutely deadly on Ancient. I've seen Control lose the B site 2 ramp rushes in the past, but this time I think 8sins are playing a little bit more methodically. But the pop's coming in now. What can Riser do from the site? That's one full right. Alibon struggling on long. Riser swings in, but that's Mac 10 and Tech.
Control.
Cleaning up those CTs off of the site. Godku for a bit of mad one there, pulls himself back.
But they've got the utility to back it up. That smoke's gonna smoke on long and short is gonna obscure their vision completely. They're all 3 players are here and they're saving. They don't want anything to do with this round.
I mean, the util was there, even if the 8sins guns weren't ideal. I mean, great execute. Smoke's going down, blocking off the vision from the CT rotates, and an amazing flashes and Molotovs onto the site. Really giving Riser a tough time on default. It's a shame to see Ali Bond's not getting any kills there from long.
We've seen that Prime and Mr. Obvious both leading the charge on the leaderboard. 14 kills for Prime, 13 for Mr. Obvious. They've been the X factor going into this game for both respective teams. And I want to see a little bit more out of the other players. Tornex is a new up-and-coming talent. He's young, he's ferocious, but we need to see a little bit more out of him coming forward.
Yeah, I'm quite new to the name tag. You able to tell me anything about Tornex?
Yes, he's I think a Danish talent coming over. He's quite young. He was very, very ambitious, though. We were talking to him last night, and he was really happy with. He was happy with how he performed last night. He was open. He was very, very.
Alibon's doing well to get one with the 5.7 there. And the Danish talent out of the round already. Control working this one.
Yeah,
they're looking a lot better on this B hold than in the previous.
The massacre. 8sins not able to get this one unless Fraser has something amazing for us in store.
Yes, I don't think he's ever going to get cleared by an AWP here. Should be a free frag. But he's readjusting to a different angle, and that's going to give Fraser an in for this round.
What a shot from Fraser. And in the 1 versus 2 now, this will have to be a fantastic one if he wants to get this across the line. Going for the early peek, that bomb going to go down,
It's a
maybe in
risky
the wrong
plant.
place. Yeah, very risky from Frazier. Going to go for the
Two.
aggression. It was looking good for a second. If you got one kill, fell back, might have been a bit more interesting. But Control, keep it clean, keep it in their favor.
Control playing that 2v1 pretty well. Doubling up on the CT. They know they're up against an AWP, so all they need to do is play together and hope that they don't line up for a collateral. It's yeah, a nice response to the previous. Control improving their behold after the previous disaster. And perhaps 8sin's getting a little bit sloppy in their calling there. They just went for the exact same strat 2 rounds in a row. I guess going with the philosophy of if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But in that second round, it seemed to be broke.
Yeah, maybe they need to start learning from their mistakes in this one, but it's still not over. Far from it. 8sin's looking for the 6-6 half, tying this one up. Got the weaponry to back it, only Prime with that concession into the Galil. A little bit light on utility here, only 2 smokes left. So if they want to go for an execute, it better believe they're going for it. Ryza is here with that AWP. Not really much aggression is going to come his way. Tadpole is thinking about it.
2 lurks still in play for 8sin's. Strong position for the young Dane. He might be coming into contact with Mr. Obvious shortly, but the first aggression is here on Cave. Ryza losing the fight out. Tadpole with a double kill. And it seems like 8sin's are going to gear up for this B take. Ali Bond, he's the only man really responsible to deal with this right now.
Irritating. They don't want anything to do with this bomb site.
It's actually going to be minimal over in Donut. He's going to feel the pressure. Hearing those steps in, play on the back of the pillar, gets one. Let's get cleared. Obvious, swinging back in. Can't find another though.
I know he only gets one, but that's a... You need to be checking that. Maybe a little bit sloppy from 8sin's, as you were saying.
Messy. Well, you know, an entry can only clear so many angles, but at least they're all together, so the second guy does have that trade potential. I guess if you're right at the front, sometimes you know your job is just to locate where the opponents are rather than getting the kill.
I know it. Going straight into the B bomb site, I'm always the first one in with that Mac 10, but 8sin's do manage to bring it back into the 6-6 half, keeping this one as close as it can be. Got the pistol round going ahead. Looks like Control there. Split here, maybe looking for a pinch.
Control, as you said, split up. I think they're going to be aiming to meet up around in the heaven area. 8sin's fluid rotations on this CT pistol. We've already got Dobbo leaving the A site and maneuvering over to B. That mid hold's going to be pushed by Control now. We've got Frazier on the window, landing a shot on to the top fragger of Control. Ryza. He's got the P250 in hand. He needs to do some damage here against 8sin's, but no fight's really being presented to him. 1 minute left on the clock, and Control now sending some of that B util in, and the players up on the ramp. Another shot found by 8sin's though.
Nice shots. Bond and Minimal both doubling up for 2. Bring this one back into contention. That bomb gets planted, at least confirms the extra $600 going into next. But it's down to the post plants. We've been seeing teams struggling with the post plants, but here we go. Ali Bond finds another. Ryza doubling up, and here we go. 2 versus 1. Prime in a sticky situation. And Ali Bond's going to shut that one down.
That's a quality reaction out of Control after losing a player at the start of the round. They knew they needed to group. Ryza, he was able to cross from mid up to heaven and group up with his team there. It's interesting to see 8sin's completely give up mid there despite being man down. I guess they felt that they didn't need to engage in any fights with the man advantage, but
looks like we're seeing the force buyout of 8sin's looking to convert this one in their favor, but Mr. Obvious through this, through the smoke, but in the smoke, gets the kill. And this one in their favor. What a
good spam from
Minimal. That was on point. He's going to get that one, bring this one even closer. Making sure 8sins are shut out of this round. Nothing to say here. They got 5-7. They've got 5-7 on his back. MP9, 2 Deagles. What can they do with these weapons?
Not a bunch, it seems. The site's going to be lost, but Tadpole will be able to swing back into the Loco Godku. Two players bumping into one another over on short, and that's a very awkward timing. Fraser's not going to be expected there, going through the smoke.
Minimal slow HP.
And there's just no reaction out of control to it. It's Havoc being caused out. The CTs on this retake. Ali Bond recovers with the double spray down, though, and obvious.
Oh my heart, that was getting too close for comfort, but
Fraser
control.
going through that short smoke caught us off guard, caught control off guard, and for a second I thought 8sins might have been pulling off a round that they really shouldn't have been able to do. But all thanks to Ali Bond peeking up on top of the ramp there with his AK, saving the day for control and maintaining that lead.
Talk about the conversion. They converted. The money is not in favour for 8sins, 2k per player. They've got a few upgraded pistols here and there, but they're going to struggle to take this one across the line unless control drop the ball.
Godku having a dribble, showing some techers over in cave. Perhaps not to show off any tricks for now.
It's obvious that MP9 racking up the money. Tadpole's going to do his best to get one. Does get a lot of damage onto Ali Bond, but it's not going to mean anything going into the last parts of this round. He's going to get hunted down. Dobbo running away, trying to take this shot off, but Godku's going to run him down, rack up that money.
Around the world.
7k on Mr. Obvious. They're set for a few rounds here.
We should be able to, see a buy coming in for 8sins now. After getting through that eco.
A bit of a bonus round from control.
Pause has been called. Okay. I think 8sins are potentially thinking about how to make the most out of this buy, but there's a lot of time for Control's IGL Godku to decide how best to use the MAC-10 and MP9.
No coach for the side of control.
I think potentially a fast play coming out of control. No coach for control. No. Do you know if 8sins have a coach?
I don't. I know they are salaried or
Yeah.
quite a large organisation.
Both teams do have good support around them. I know there's multiple members of management for the teams that are here at Epic Clan.
Must have brought a coach. I've been worried if they don't, but they called the timeout anyway. And we've got a little bit of a bonus round here from control. Keeping hold of those SMGs.
Goku's going to be taking the risk
Yes,
here.
he is.
30 points of health though. He's just a dead man walking prime.
You've got to take those risks though.
You really do, and it was one of the weaker guns being used to gain info there, but I don't really know what valuable information was gained with that play. Control out on A. Fraser with the perfect slip around the big box. He's able to get 2 off that, make that 3. Ali Bond, he's up in the 1 versus 4 now.
You're talking about the entry frag missing position sometimes, only maybe getting a little bit of tunnel vision there. But we've seen throughout this Epic Land, the games I have casted and the games I've watched, that position has been constantly overlooked.
Fraser slipping around, playing that one to perfection, catching the timing onto control. And it was great positioning. I mean, the shots that he was laying off weren't like amazing shots, but yeah, just still able to find 3 off just like body spams. It's just really, really surprising. Control, probably their comms were a little bit messy in that round.
Yeah, look, straight for the boost here. They are going to catch the jumping player, but the nade's going to draw him off the angle. Tornex with a random spray through the smoke. Oh my goodness. I'd say random. Obviously controlled. He knows what he's doing. 2 through the smoke. Bring this in their favour. Another one looks like it's going to come through, and it does. Nice headshot onto Godku, and Control are being shut out of this round. Rice is going to fall back. He's in a desperate situation right now. Minimal's going to go on the backstab, but in the 2 versus 5, 8sins are in control of this round.
I think this one relied off Riser being able to find that pick on B, which just didn't go through for control.
Dobbo, nice headshot onto Minimal. Gonna push him off the angle. What do you do if you're Minimal?
Really not very much you can do, is
Kill,
there? It's
maybe.
got players coming in from behind as well.
Just find one, get a little bit of damage here. That economy isn't so strong. He does find one on Dobbo, but Tornex again through the smoke.
Yeah, 3 of his
Smoke
kills
criminal.
through the smoke grenades there. And the young Dane throwing a spanner in the works for control up on Heaven there. There should have been perhaps a better counter from control to deal with that. They had ramp covered by Riser's AWP. Should have been multiple players for control with their attention over to Heaven, but I mean, I guess what can you do when you're just getting
through the smoke?
These shots tagging you up through a smoke, yeah.
Tornex has started to gain a little bit of confidence here. Obviously, that was a good round from him. All 5 players towards mid, taking this one slowly. They've got the Glocks, got a few Deagles, but Razor's going to shut them down.
Pistol speeding up onto red here. Tornex, he had a good round in the previous. He might be gifted a few more here. Sprays down 2.
Taking these fights one by
with the
one.
prospect to the 3rd. And yeah, you're right. Something I did notice in the game yesterday versus TLR, one of the weak points for control was their T-side spacing. There's always something just a little bit off with it. The trade potential just not quite there a lot of the time, and it really allows CT anchors to have these highlight rounds versus control, while they just don't quite peak together some of the time.
Especially those Glocks, you know, you got your 5 players. Best to do it together in numbers. They're only as strong as your weakest weapon. So here we go, Dobbo. He's going to get a few nades off towards mid. But it's going to take a lot more damage than it was worth. Minimal does find the opening kill for this round. 8 sins. Each player's one. A bit slower.
Yeah, but I think they are going to have to coordinate some aggression here as the CTs. You know, the man down, you've lost mid. They're going to have to push an extremity, and I think that will be a main. Dobbo going in for the fight versus Minimal. He's able to flick back. Will he expect the AWP here, though? He might be hungry to enter now, and there it is. The lack of spacing is brought up before. Riser does find the trade at least. Peak CT. There is a smoke on Ali Bonds. They're not using the util, and this is going to put Aitsons in the lead unless Mr. Obvious and Ali Bond can coordinate something together. They got to recover the bomb, and Obvious has to stay alive while his flank comes in. Prime out on the site around the big box. It's just disastrous for control. It's all relying on Ali Bond to pull off a clutch here, and it really shouldn't be what you're relying on as a team.
In the 4 versus 2, into the 1 versus 2. Control. Might let this one slip through if Alibon's not able to clutch this one.
The positions are looking really strong as
yeah.
well.
Prime is aware of this. Gonna be spotted out. Alibon does find the first.
The trade, though.
Yeah. It was a good shot from Alibon, but you know his teammates. It's a 4 versus 2. Bit over aggressive on the CT
You hate to see it. You hate to see it. I mean, maybe only the 8 Sins Ultras enjoyed that round. I'm here for good Counter-Strike.
Yeah, that was, I don't want to call that good Counter-Strike. A bit too much aggression towards CT. Those peaks, they weren't necessary. They had utility to block off the angle. And look at the buy here. Troll, they've got a Galil, a Hero Galil. Yesterday we were saying there's a reason why we don't call it the Hero Galil.
Well, maybe Minimal can prove us wrong. I certainly know in my pugs I'll get a cheeky Galil out while the rest of the team are on eco, and I've made it work sometimes, but this is a lot higher level than the pugs that I've been playing. Mid control taken by control. Just obvious. He's managed to get himself into donut. The rest of the team over on B lane though. Nice shot out of Obvious. He's had some cracking D clips throughout his time in Kettering. What more can he do? Finds another. And he's a dangerous man. Baits out the shot. Surely not a third Obvious.
Oh, close though. 14 HP for
And that's
Frazier.
opened up the B site though. It's completely pulled the rotation. Prime looking to deny this eco upset.
HP, look at the HP. 39 health between the two players. We've got a little bit of a replay here. Round's not quite over. Into the 1 versus 2. Frazier and Prime are here. Riser, he's under pressure now. This is it. He needs to take this one for control. Otherwise, 8 Sims will be walking away with 11. He goes for the first. Riser does find it. Nice headshot. Prime is here on the angle. Gives away his position. Here we go. Oh, Prime gets it. 8 Sims find the 11. We can hear them shouting across the room how much that means to them taking this one and not letting it slip through the gaps.
That's a big one for Prime, and I mean, Control, they're going to be disappointed about that one with how close it was, but it was still just an eco for them. They did a ton of damage. Mr. Obvious with some amazing digs. He's been doing that all tournament long, but we're going to need some other Control players to step up and just play better as a team as well. You can't just rely on individuals, and that is sometimes how Control wins rounds, having one or two of their strong players just having an incredible performance, but I'd like to see a little bit more synergy out of the Control team.
Can't forget about Mr. Obvious, so nice one's going to the site. He got that one close, closer than it should have been, but here we have, they're starting to edge their way towards mid. The smoke does obscure Frazier's vision. It's going to dissipate. Frazier misses the shot. They are going towards red room. Frazier does manage to pot one on off, but
Godku just about escaping that second shot from Frazier, but how are Control going to find a way to get back into this round? They have a lurker on A main.
it's a good.
Riser not trading on window just yet. He needs to get that kill, but Tornex finding another with low HP. This is looking like match point for 8 Sins.
Tornex 10 HP they didn't get a single shot onto him during those two duels, and start to see the pressure crack for Control, cracking under the pressure, as I should say.
Frazier just felt like giving himself a little burn over there on CT. Meanwhile, Ali Bond finding a frag on Heaven. He's able to flick back onto Prime and taps onto Tadpole. He's put it back into a 2 versus 2. There's 30 seconds for Control to try and recover the bomb. Frazier up on window, misses another shot, minimal. He's swung back in, and it's all relying on Dobbo, and he's not doing enough damage. Puts it back into the 1 versus 1. Ali Bond, 1 HP, 3 kills already. He's picked up the AWP. I mean, it's the best gun for this situation as a low HP. He's going to get a last second bomb plant.
Dobbo's been struggling in this game as well. Only 7 kills so far. He's found 1 in this round, but he's going to have to find his second.
He's looking aware. He's got the read for it. He doesn't care about any of the angles. He's fully locked in, fully committed. And a massive round from Ali Bond, picking up the 4K and keeping Control in the game for this map.
And those shots towards mid, towards red room, those were crispy. That was an amazing round from him, doing his job, kicking and screaming his way through this game, keeping Control in it. And most importantly, 8 Sins don't get their match point. We're going to have a look back at that one. Some insane stuff from Ali Bond.
Beautiful stuff. I mean, it's incredible Ali Bond stepping up here. He's not in one of the fragging roles for Control. You want to, well, you'd normally be more used to some of the other names on the team doing that kind of thing, but now that things are getting tricky for Control, Ali Bond, he's been the one to take charge and recover things. A nice frag out there on minimal as well, swinging into elbow and taking out Frazier's AWP. Nice 2 versus X recovery for Control, and mostly done by Alistair Bond.
Pressure's on for 8 Sins now. They need this win. Got a little bit of money on Frazier and Prime, but for the rest of them, they haven't got the money to keep this one up. Control find this, they'll be finding themselves on the force for the match point. A lot of aggression here towards Cave. Tornex will find the first again through a smoke, instantly traded, but Prime looking for a kill, but Godku's going to get that Molotov off, push them off the angle. And it's equalized into the 4 versus 4, slowing it down.
4 versus 4, even territory, anything can happen. Bit of aggression coming out of Dobbo onto A main. He's taking a deep stance while the T's creep towards him.
They're thinking of this.
I've been criticizing the spacing out of control here, but if Dobbo's able to get a multi-kill, it's just going to be disastrous. He finds one. What can Ali do? Control.
Been having a rough game, but he's stepping up these last few rounds. Obviously, not losing. I say he's lost that round, but
It's up to Minimal and Godku to recover this one. Surely not another 2 versus 4 is going to come out of the T's this time. Nice double peek.
good nade. Takes Mill down to 11 points of health. It's going to be Godku on the AWP, actually. Going to boost him up. Look at the angle. Nice one from Godku. Low HP for the 2 players, but could be enough. But Frazier with that AWP. And Minimal's in a dire situation here. 11 points of health. He's got the Galil.
Able to beat the molly though, but going through the smoke, I mean, desperate situations call for desperate plays.
10 seconds left. What does he do? He thinks he's got to walk back, save that
Awkward.
AWP.
Yeah, he's going to give match point to 8 Sins. At least he's able to bring
Silver lining.
open for now, but Frazier, he's looking a bit keen to go for a hunt. I think Minimal will be able to secure the save though.
And he's in the bin for control. Look at this. 2k. That's all 2k one player, but they got the Galils. AKs are really, a little bit of utility. It's not looking good for control. They might have to go for something a little bit quicker here. Those smokes, they might be able to go for an execute. Just about.
Yeah, they can do a bit of work with these 3 smokes. Using 1 for mid. 2 actually. It's going to be an early mid. Bit of aggression from control. They've committed some expensive util for them to work this part of the map. They're going to have to do a lot with it.
Yeah, they burnt through it quick. They're only left with a smoke and a Molotov, a few flashes. Mr. Obvious going to take a lot of damage. Again, Godku going through the smoke. Questionable play from him. Getting a little bit desperate here. Control trying to get this round across the board, but Aitson slowly picking them apart. Mr. Obvious is here on the flank. He's low HP. They know of his position. It's going to be a messy spray from him. Tornex shutting him down. And Riser, he's got that up, looking towards CT. Misses. Okay, doesn't miss the timing. Actually does get it towards Tornex. This is do or die for control. 4 versus 2 on the post plan. Riser's just looking for that kill. Going to wait a little bit before getting the bomb down, but we've got a flank. We've got both Dobbo and Prime on that flank.
Minimal. He's going to have Frazier's AWP walking into him. He's won the rifle versus sniper duels in the past. Minimal gets
my god.
2. It's going to have to be a massive play if he wants to get this one. Bomb not quite planted for him when that smoke goes down. It's going to be, I think, mission impossible.
Yeah, no way. 8 Sins find that win. 13-10, taking the first map.
I mean, 8 Sins, they seem pretty happy about that one, letting off a big roar. It was their map pick, though. We got Mirage coming up, but you can't help but be worried for Control. I mean, last night, Control, they won on Mirage against TLR, one of the best teams, well, probably the best team in the tournament, but they did require an enormous comeback to do so.
Yeah, and Control letting a few rounds go, they really shouldn't have. 8 Sins.
Great round from Ellie Bombs there.
Yeah, yeah. One of few, though, for Control. And it does mean that 8 Sins do come out with the win on Ancient. We're going to be going to Mirage. It's going to be an interesting one. As you said, Control did manage to get that one yesterday.
I mean, once they did start to build back rounds, the energy was incredible to witness. Out of control on their Mirage map last night versus TLR. They're going to need to summons that once again to keep themselves in the tournament.
Yeah, and it looks like it's going to be a brawly one, that's for sure. Control got some real aim styles, like we saw Ali Bond, that masterful clutch out of him, but it wasn't enough to get over the line.
Silver lining for Control, I think they actually just really don't like the map Ancient. They've had some cheeky wins on it in recent history, but I think overall they'll be able to live with that loss. But yeah, they need to win Overpass. They need to win Mirage and then Overpass. We'll find out whether that happens or not after the break. Don't go anywhere.
What winning means to me, it means everything. The new technology in Super Strike, we can shoot faster, we click faster. This is what makes the mouse best.
Hello, overclockers!
In esports, every millisecond matters. One click is the difference between winning or watching. And with wins, trophies, and titles on the line, we didn't just evolve the click, we reinvented it. Today, input becomes instinct, enabling every click to hit faster, tighter, yours. Designed in collaboration with the world's best pros. From prototype to perfection. This isn't just your next mouse. It's the future of competition. Designed with pros, engineered to win.
Never seen light straight thrown in the dark. Ever gleam bright with this token of art. Forever dream, evergreen, even if the oceans apart. Set levels when the solar enhance. Get set on how we roll in the R's. Jet set to me, owning my path. Owning my rolling my path. Nothing like a stroll in the park. Never seen light straight thrown in the dark. Ever gleam bright with this token of art. Forever dream, evergreen, even if the oceans apart. Set levels when the solar enhance. Get set on how we roll in the R's. Jet set to me, owning my path. Owning my path.
rising, I wake and I gotta go get it. I'm making my bed and it's straight to the digits. No cup of jokers, this is acidic. So I take a shot with the lemon and ginger. Look in the mirror like, yeah, I'm that. Look in the mirror like, I'm fitted. Looking outside like the world is all mine. Look in the mirror like, go get it. I gotta get to the scene, oh, I gotta get to the bag now. I can't be chasing on these. They getting they feeling and dragged down. That's why they just crash out. Stuck in the cell and this man down. Life getting gone in a flash now. Fitting in, I'ma stand out.
I done seen these crash out. They some baby boys, I'm the man now. They was questioning, make them fans now. I'm the best in my league and that's hands down. Understand now, got plans now, got big dreams. Now that, got big schemes since 16s, hot 16s. I started broke, then I fixed him. I been king, I been him. My bad, my whip clean. I been hot, that's benzene. You been not, that's cold stream. That's cold things, that's cold things. I'm motivated like Kobe. These don't know me, it's my time, check
I rise and I
Brody,
wake
yeah.
and I gotta go get it. I'm making my bed and it's straight to the digits. No cup of jokers, this is acidic. So I take a shot with the lemon and ginger. Look in the mirror like, yeah, I'm that. Look in the mirror like, damn it, I'm fitted. Looking outside like the world is all mine. Look in the mirror like, go get it. I gotta get to the scene, oh, I gotta get to the bag now. I can't be chasing on these. They getting they feeling and dragged down. That's why they just crash out. Stuck in the cell and this man down. Life getting gone in a flash now. Fitting in, I'ma stand out.
I didn't think I would get hooked. You feel me in without a fight, now floating in the air. When you're looking at me, baby, all this isn't fair. Getting closer, get closer to you. 입술을 깨문 네 모습 보면 내 심장 더 부탄 뛰게 해. 회사 따위 필요도 올라가는 템포 그냥 이대로 가면 vibe check. 밤이 끝나기 전까지 내 곁에 같이 있어줘. 본능적으로 let's get down right now. 머리부터 발끝까지 다 원해 너도 알잖아. Got a million reasons why you're on my mind right now.
머리부터 발끝까지 다 원해 너도 알잖아. Got a million reasons why you're on my mind.
I need you. I'm addicted to you. You're very warrior. You need a 말이야. I need you now. I'm addicted to you. You're very warrior. You need a 말이야. I need you now.
Need you, need you, need you.
What winning means to me, it means everything. The new technology in Super Strike, we can shoot faster, we click faster. This is what makes the mouse best.
Hello, EPIC47.
In esports, every millisecond matters. One click is the difference between winning or watching. And with wins, trophies, and titles on the line, we didn't just evolve the click, we reinvented it. Today, input becomes instinct, enabling every click to hit faster, tighter, yours. Designed in collaboration with the world's best pros. From prototype to perfection. This isn't just your next mouse. It's the future of competition. Designed with pros, engineered to win.
Hey again, welcome back to Epic LAN with the CS2 tournament brought to you by Logitech. We are covering map 2 of Control versus 8 Sins. Map 1 was, a close affair, 13-10. How did you feel about that one, Yui?
I mean, let's be honest, 8 Sins in that first half, they were looking a little bit sloppy, but it's 9 AM for them. It was a rough one to begin with. They did manage to bring it back slowly into that 6-6 half. Second half, though, 8 Sins started to lock in. Saw a few fall through the gaps. Control, that massive clutch. That was really good from Ali Bond. And just getting into the rounds, 8 Sins did start to lock in and shut it down, showing us what they're worth.
Yep, it was a sick round out of Ali Bonds there with that 4K, but Control cannot be hoping just for individual plays to get them through it. They want to be playing as good as a team as possible, and they're going to be needing to showcase that over on Mirage. It is their map pick, and they won Mirage last night against TLR.
Yeah, it was a bit of a comeback though, wasn't it? To get them back into that one. You know, it's a strong map for them. They've got some good aim stars on their roster. So we all know what Mirage is. It's a puggy map. It's all about those quick reaction times, getting those shots off early. Who do you think's got the edge in this one?
Well, I want to see this one go all 3 maps. It's what everyone deserves, really. So I'm going to be predicting Control take this one. If they're able to beat TLR, they'll be able to beat 8 Sins, and they just need to iron out their T side for this map as, yeah, they were 10-2 down after starting T side last night. And, yeah, you can't rely, again, you can't rely on individuals having amazing plays to save you, and you can't rely on comebacks.
Looks like the match is ready to go, so we're going to jump into that one. Here on Mirage, it is Control's map pick. 8 Sins are going to be starting on the CT side.
Pistol round going in now. Ignore the weapons on the HUD.
Yep, first round I've got M4s, Galils, Mac-10s. Yeah, no, it gets reset. Going straight into the actual round. Look at this, 5 players towards Control. They want to go for something quick here. Into the A-bomb site, got a smoke, 2 smokes actually, a Molotov. Big execute is looking likely. And 8 Sins, they stacked the wrong bomb site.
Yeah, Tornek's already turning his back and leaving a Tadpole to fight for this one, but the action's going to be brought towards Tornex, and when he's tested, he's passed so far. 3 versus 5 for Control. They need to win some duels here. Rodku fighting back into jungle, swinging in, take on Fraser. Gifted a kill there. Riser and Ali Bond.
Got that raid boss here.
Oh, tap from Riser, but still 2 more opponents. Duels from stairs and the site at the same time. Dobbo going back to take that kit, but while he does so, he's unable to help Fraser. The smoke kit combo is going to be tricky, and Dobbo does win that fight onto Riser. 8 Sins claiming the first round here on Mirage.
You know, I was looking a bit close there. They had the raid boss in that P250, but Control are going to lose that one, unfortunately for them. Bobbin does go down, so it might facilitate a bit of a force buy here. There's Godku on the Galil. They're going to start getting these bits of weaponry out.
Forcing straight back into it. Some, yeah, four Galils. A bit of a late buy there into that buy time, but
Preston Riser
making the decision now. Tornex jumping into underpass, and there will be Control players heading his way. He's still around in mid, and this is going to be an interesting duel. I mean, Tornex's bullets, they don't need to go too far to land onto the opponents, but once that smoke fades, he gets a bit of a fright. Godku out on mid. 3 remaining under, being held off by that incendiary. I guess the HP wasn't quite there to disrespect the CT molly. It's a 4 versus 4. 1 minute on the clock. Control. Heavy round B, still a lurker in Palace though. The A site's looking like it's going to be opened up. I don't think the A lurker's going to be playing just yet. A re-aggression here on mid.
ready for it.
The control freeze on under is paying off now, and no trade attempt out of 8 Sins. They know that underpass, they're just going to have to give up that part of the map. There's no point fighting for it. Control, they also can't stay there forever.
They're not rushing into this one though. They want to keep this one slow. They are making their way towards a through underpass, and Tadpole is reading this wrong. They've got Prime in a good position to deal with this, but they're going to get past him. Completely unaware of what they're doing. Might peek into it just in time, but no. They're going to get into the A bomb site scot-free. All 3 players for 8 Sins. They've read this wrong. Prime's going to get the spot on. But it might be a little bit too
last
late.
second decision for Riser.
Yeah, it might be a little bit too late here. They've got a lot of weaponry to save into this one, so I think they're just going to give this one up.
I mean, that's some great T-side calling out of Control there.
Yeah, they knew the re-aggressions were going to come in from 8 Sins. They were ready for it. Riser, crispy headshot. Well, it's actually, sorry, it wasn't Riser this round, but yeah, some nice headshots coming through.
Yeah, the re-aggressions out of 8 Sins punished there. Still getting aggro despite being in a 5 versus 4 scenario.
Yeah.
I think every time, especially on Mirage, it seems if you're in a 5 versus 4 and you continue to peak, you will be punished for it.
Yeah, and 8 Sins, they didn't really read that one properly. Prime will find one to end off the round. Minimal does go down, but Control, they're making their way back into this one. We're going to see the repurchase from 8sins. Got those Fatmaster Deagle, and I want to see a little bit more out of them this round. They've got the M4s to play with. You know, it's Mirage.
Gonna have to see what Godku's gonna do here with a Mac 10. We're used to him being aggressive.
Oh, we saw some real aggressive plays from him on Ancient, jumping through way too many smokes, getting punished for it more times than not.
But that's the thing about Godku, is the IGL, so even if he does die into an info play, he can sit back and still have a high impact from beyond the grave. Execute going in here. Control having a tough time at penetrating the sight hold though. Minimal and Ryza only just getting past Tetris now.
What's in the smoke? Might have gone unchecked here.
He has a lot of potential to pop off here. Minimal maybe not expected to be on triple just yet though.
Oh,
but the 4x3, 2 players not on the top resolution in the game. Minimal shot in the back from Frazier, who's just picked up a 2k with the Deagle.
So it's a blunder from Minimal. If he was just, maybe, yeah, you're saying 4x3. He missed that player towards Sandwich. They were caught off guard, then punished. And Control didn't stand a chance.
Yeah, rough pathing on the execute there. Players just going down and
Good smoke.
nothing being reaped off the dead teammates while going into A there. It all just looked a bit awkward.
Going towards A again. They have decided to force into this one. Not much utility to speak of, but again, Godku first one out. He's got that Tech 9. It's been dangerous in this entire game, but Ryza will be able to trade that one instantly. That Tech 9 again doing its work. Tornex will be taken down, and Control have a real chance of this one.
3 versus 3. Control with the CT spawn control is very valuable with the bomb being planted for them. Minimal getting very cheeky there on top of tickets, spamming Frazier out of the round. It's all on Prime and Dobbo to get back into the site. Bomb halfway ticked. It's good. Nade onto the site there. But it's only missed obvious now. And he can't deny.
No, yeah, Kit was on the wrong player.
But the defuse can't go down. Control tie up the scoreline.
Go down to the bomb as well. No player surviving there for 8sins and Control. That was messy towards the post plant, but maybe a little bit of lack of communication on the side of 8sins. The Kit was on the wrong player. It really should have been Dobbo on the bomb.
Yeah. In that kind of situation, there should be someone on the team who mentions what the situation is with the Kit. Maybe the players that are alive, too focused on the fights. That's the kind of time where someone who is dead is able to still have impact and mention the information about the Kit. And clearly that didn't happen on 8sins.
We're into the second map now, so they really should be ironing out those kinks. The kinks in their communication should be a little bit better than what we just saw in that round. Got the buy back from 8sins. They did manage to scrape a few M4s together. A real lack of utility though. Prime did get the Kit, fortunately.
Yeah, we'll have to see if he's even required to use that Kit. Control still yet to be close to going to any of these bomb sites. 1 minute left on the clock. And only just developing this mid control now. It's not necessarily a bad thing, working with mid control. Godku.
Working with back 10. Prime will find the first one of this round.
Good boost into window. I've seen Godku do this play a lot, and he often does multi-kill off it. But it's going to be tricky with his teammates going down in con. Normally I'm used to seeing Godku just swing and jungle on this round. He's a lot more hesitant. I think he's feeling the pressure of the big games.
That might be to their detriment in this round, but Ali Bon, nice pick onto Frazier. That's the A bomb site. Not taken because Tadbolt is here. He is doing his best to stay alive, but Ryzer's going to get him through with that wall bang. Planning for mid. Wonder if they're going to be cognizant of this. Godku, I don't think he's been seeing this round. Going to go for the swing. Swings into the wrong place. It was so close. Prime on 3 HP. Asins, they bring it back.
Asins in the lead. Once again, the player without the kit going for the defuse. Just an observation. Just an observation.
But it was a safe situation. No one alive for control, so we'll let them off in this particular instance. But control, look at their money. It's not looking good for them whatsoever.
Yeah, they're still sticking with a lot of blocks here. I'm happy to see Obvious with a Deagle, but yeah, maybe not quite happy seeing this use of the entire bank account for control being spent here.
I think if they saved, they would have been able to scrape the AKs together, but obviously they're thinking about the utility usage. They want to get, they want to get this round win, obviously, but failing that, get the utility into the round afterwards. A little bit of a window boost, but Fraser is cognizant of that. He's going to keep the man advantage. He's going to back off, give a little bit of space towards control. Don't want to give off any early picks. Tab always just jump spotting towards Ram Padibon, throwing a little bit of utility, but what can they do with these pistols? Thomas towards B. Robbo is here to meet them. Nice shot from Alibond. Has been crispy today. Spam from Mr. Obvious. Doesn't get anything from it.
Open sight for the T's at the very least.
Yeah, it's drawn them away.
Robbo back here just in time though.
Let's see Robbo.
Straight out of Riser. 30 seconds here now. All CTs in market. Alibond present in the apartments.
Shut him down completely. Not really much they could do in that situation. They get the bomb plan at the very least. They managed to draw 8 sins away, which was fantastic.
I was going to say it's a clean anti-eco out of 8 sins, but it wasn't an anti-eco control. They fully invested into this round. They had to win it. They're going to be in a rough place now. I mean, the bomb plant helps, but yeah, this is going to have to be a half buy for them, which probably should have been what was going on in the last round.
Yeah, that force buy was questionable into the Deagles. Saw a few shots from Alibond. Obviously, the investment worked out for him, but as far as the rest of the team goes, they're going to have to sit this one out. They've got a few Deagles to play with, but too hot for them in this one. Godku's going to go aggressive again, looking for that early peak. Fraser's ready for him. And Admiral's just going to clean this one up. Nice and easy for him. Alibond takes a nade to the face. And they're locked out of this one before it even starts.
Yeah, this one is just a throwaway round for control, really. Alibond with a cheeky little push through the smoke, but Fraser happy to hold that one.
Clean for Mason.
Yeah, okay. You can only really hope that during that round, control were kind of using it as a timeout to talk about what they're going to be doing in this round. We're seeing Riser on the AWP, and Asins, they don't have an AWP right now, which can be a really high impact weapon for CT Mirage. So them lacking that piece against the T-side AWP might give control a chance to find a few more rounds here.
Yeah, having those 5 players staying alive means they don't have to rebuy into anything, but that also means that AWP isn't going to be coming out. No need to waste one of those M4s.
Asins flashing Tadpole into ramp. He's going to get a tiny bit of information that control aren't playing in that part of the map at least, but I'd say neither side has very much map control or much of an idea of where their opponents are located right now. It's all a bit of a mystery.
Yeah, It's a bit uncharacteristic of Godku taking these rounds so slowly. We expect them to be running through the smoke, guns blazing, but they want to change it up a little bit. They are going to take the control towards mid with this boost from Prime. Perfect timing, but misses the shots. We have got Dobbo here to get the trade, but minimal. Fantastic stuff from him. Two for him, 1 for Godku, and Tadpole is going to get caught in the back. And that was well played from Control, catching Asins off time there.
Yeah, and Asins, they were putting so much attention over towards mid as well. 2 on short, Tornex aggressive on top of that con smoke. They were looking at the right area, but the duels being won by Control in mid there. And putting the AKs to work. Ryza actually not finding anything with his AWP there, but possession of it is still strong nonetheless.
Silver lining for Asins. They had enough money to rebuy into this one. Frazier, he's got his AWP. We're saying about that CT AWP being such a powerful thing on this map. I want to see it a little bit more out of him. He has decided to go towards the A bomb site. Unfortunately for him, players aren't here.
No, and I think he's got, as a CT AWP, you need to be like pretty proactive with it, staying fluent throughout the map, flying around, floating. But maybe Frazier's patience will be rewarded if Control continue to target connector. It looks like they might be. Godku with the bomb in bottom mid. He's going to bring that towards Khan. Missed obviously during ladder, and that is some perfect awareness out of minimal, predicting the apps push there from Dobbo.
Yeah, and look at this. Alibon's looking for a peek towards ramp. We have got 2 players here, Tadpole and Frazier. Yeah, he's going to be put under pressure, spamming through the boxes. Ryza will find it. It's all down to Tadpole on the bomb site. We have got Tornex towards CT. Look at what's Godku shutting him down. Bomb's going to go down. Tornex trying to spam off a few shots here
Ryza.
and there, but Prime's lost here. Gonna get obviously going for that one shot, but they hunt him down here. Do they want to take this away? I think they do.
Yeah,
look at this.
A lot of hunt potential. I'd like to highlight Ryza's AWP here. This round, he's found a third as well. I mean, he had a quiet one in the previous, but it's not like he did anything wrong. He just didn't get any kills with it. But this round, he found serious impact with it. And up against Frazier, winning that opening. He was the biggest obstacle there for Control to overcome, and Ryza dealt with that very well.
Yeah,
Frazier, he was patient the whole round. He was staying on triple from the very start, locked in on that angle, but when it came to the moment, he wasn't able to succeed.
We really want to see a little bit more out of that AWP, going for maybe a little bit of aggression, but at least he's going to have it in the next round. He's saving his money nice and cleanly. They've got a few deagles, obviously Tornex bought into that M4. Control looking to equalize this one.
Yeah, they got to be careful how they do it though. You'd hate to see players going down to heavily stacked areas of pistols. Asins, once again, with a lot of attention towards mid, but if they weren't able to do it with rifles, can't imagine them being able to do it with pistols. But the round will be played out slightly differently to the last time. Asins had this many players over towards mid. Control actually going back through T-spawn and going on to A. It's a good call. No Asins anchors present on the A site. And it looks like they'll be gambling towards B as well. It's perfect. Oh, that's an amazing shot out of Tornex though. He's going to recover an AK.
Surprised none of his teammates are going for that M4 down mid. They want to take this one nice and quickly, try and shut them out immediately.
Minimal close up to all these ecos. Only good for one, but obvious. Doing quite a bit there. Tornix
Getting
not.
me there for a second.
He's not going to go for the 1v2. Yes, low HP. No kit. He'll see the value in just bringing that AK into the next round instead.
Just keeping that money slightly healthier than it would have been. Tornex with that AK. One-shot machine is in his hands. Yeah, he has been having some crispy shots this game, so the right weapon for him. Coming into the next round. Fraser's going to have enough money to buy into that AWP yet again. I'll see a little bit more out of him going into this round.
Yeah, what spawn does he have? It's hard to tell, but I think as a CT AWPer, you want to be going with the spawn that you have and just going for whatever the best pick available is. Looks like he's going to be starting over towards Con, and he will be given an opportunity to have contact on mid. But no, he's passing through that top mid smoke. And Control with another perfect call here, going into an open bomb site.
Just Prime here on the defense. Dobber's going to struggle to jump up towards mid. Mr. Obvious looking sharp.
Spots the lurker as well.
And that's the B bomb site taken. Tornex was the last man standing towards that site, and Aitsons have no choice but to save. They haven't got the money for this. They have to save. Fraser's going to go for the AWP shot. Does find one onto Mr. Obvious, but it's way too late.
Too little, too late, and nothing in comparison to what Mr. Obvious did before getting taken down. That 2k on short was absolutely cracking. I think with his role in that strat, it was probably to get him active in the late round, and yeah, he just popped off in the early round and opened up the round for them instead.
It's such a little thing, but Dobbo missed the jump up towards short, gave his position away. Mr. Obvious, he might not have been checking that without that sound.
It's a great thing to notice. Yeah, Dobbo with a costly mistake for the team, and that's Control now in the lead. They've secured the tied half. Will they be able to push it a bit further and win the half now? There is a good economy for 8sins for this last round of the half. Prime will have to live with the FAMAS, but in this day and age, that's still very much a threat for Control. Let's see how this rifle round plays out.
Yeah, and again, a lot of aggression towards mid. Control want this. Godku finds the first. Fights are coming back and forth for 8sins. They find themselves dominant towards this. Fraser looking the right way, but Ali Bond looking sharp with the AK. Only 5 kills, but looking to make this one competitive. Fraser goes for the pot shot, but Mr. Obvious is here. Bombs drop towards mid, so I think this is going to be a tough one for Control to get over the line.
I think if Obvious stays patient on this angle, he might actually be able to do a fair bit. Might not be expected. He's able to get one. The trade really should be coming out there, but he's still being a nuisance. He's staying alive for now and actually decides to commit to the fight onto Dobbo. It's all on the AWP of Fraser up against 2. If Control play together here, Fraser really doesn't stand a chance.
Smoke's going to completely obscure his vision. He's looking for a peek with that AWP. Headshot angle doesn't favor him.
The split up here out of Control though, Obvious staying around on short.
Shouldn't have gotten this far. Control.
Minimal. Obvious actually. Ali Bond actually onto the onto the site, getting that plant. We got there eventually. Fraser going up onto short. Obvious, he's so slippery.
Got a chance in this.
Ali Bond playing around the empty pillar. I bet his heart's absolutely beating right now. So are the footsteps of Fraser.
Going for the stick. Messy spray from Ali Bond, not able to get it. Masons, they tie it up.
That round was really back and forth. 8sins with the advantage at the start. Control almost recovering it, but Fraser coming out on top in the 1 versus 1. Control playing a bit separate there in the 2 versus 1. I would have liked to see a... Well,
Mr. Obvious. He was in a tough position of his own choosing.
Yeah,
he missed that.
he's been doing really well with those kind of cheeky plays, staying hidden on angles. To be fair, I can see why he wanted to do it again.
Left that one a bit too late, and he missed a spray onto Frazier.
Yeah, but it was a bit more of an uglier one out of Ali Bond there, spotting the wires, and then still a bit hesitant to swing. Frazier able to cancel the defuse and win the clutch. Ali Bond, he's got a chance to recover himself though. He's got the Julies on balcony, finds one. Tornex trades into the site.
Oh, nice from Mr. Obvious.
3 versus 3. Godku holding this line on window. His teammates are coming over to him. Frazier with that wide swing onto the bench, coming back for the fight on door. Minimal. It's all on him now. Frazier and Dobbo playing a bait and switch setup, and there's no need for the switch even. Frazier winning that duel onto the door, picking up a 3K, and that's 8 sins in the lead.
And multiple drive-bys from Frazier, putting that Glock to use, just swinging every single angle and hitting those headshots as fast as they come. Means they are going to fight into these AKs. A few galils, but Control, they want to take this one slowly. They want to eco into this. Fire the M4s into the next. But I want to see a little bit more out of 8 sins. They're going for that mid-control yet again. I say yet again, it's not their side, but we've seen a lot of mid-control this entire game. They're going to go for it. They've got the rifles to back themselves up, but they shouldn't really be losing this. Dobbo's going to start us off.
Got it with cheeky Zeus. It'll be fun to see if that does find anything. Aizen's working that bottom mid control. Still not keen to target connector or short. But they're going to have to pick one of them at some point.
Just keeping this one slow, methodical. Don't want to give up anything too early on.
What's Rise's 5-7 going to be able to do here?
Seen this be dangerous in the past, but they're going to swing him wide. Tornex finds the first and the second, and there's no way Alibon gets a long shot kill with 5-7. I said that like he was because I was hoping for a little bit there, but he misses, and it's going to be Prime cleaning it up. That's Aizen's taking the lead, nice and steadily, 8 to them. Got the buy from Control though. No AWP though.
Now really is the time for Control to convert this rifle round. I imagine they're feeling pretty cool in this with their massive CT comeback that they pulled off versus TLR last night.
That's an impressive watch, that's for sure.
It's definitely potential for Control to make this series go a lot longer, but whether that's going to happen, have to wait and see. Only God knows. Ali Bond close up on the van. His sight hold was penetrated on the pistol round.
So they're starting to fade away from this B bomb site. A little bit of early utility to keep players here, but they slowly make their way towards mid, through underpass. That nade's going to be massive. I say that. It did 10 damage. I don't know how.
Godku has beaten the molly. If he's able to get a mid flash here, it would potentially be devastating. But the only teammate with a flash there was Ali Bond. No potential to get flashed over from A, so he had to go for the dry peek and
Slinking their way back towards B here. 4 players, all towards apps. Tornex on that flank. Utility, they're lining this up. Gonna start flooding out. Alibon fully blind, but
Jail doubled up with Obvious.
His angle finds one. Oh, nice from Alibon.
Eyes are chiming in too. Obvious low HP on the site. Doesn't really stand much of a chance. 2 versus 2 now. Tornex coming in from market and Minimal. He is.
Oh, a little late there for Minimal. Needs to be faster on this flank.
He's been spotted here on market now. Won't be able to deny the bomb plant. No kit either.
I do believe there is one on the bomb site, though if he can his way through this. He might be able to just get the defuse. He is slowly slinking his way back into the bomb site, but playing this together. Tornex gets aggressive towards Kitchen. He's aware of it, but Tornex takes it across the line. Mason's shutting down control.
Eco round once again for control. Mason's looking like they're going to reach 10 rounds. But maybe I'm sounding like a broken record, but TLR were at 10 rounds when control started their comeback.
Don't forget, on Ancient we saw plenty of these half-buys equate to some massive damage. Even round wins coming through now and again. But all 5 players for 8 Sins, they're looking to take this one cleanly. Ryzer going for the headshots, nothing's connecting for him. A few pot shots through the smoke. He's desperate at this point. They want to find anything they can, but bomb's going to go down. Nade going to blow open the smoke. Frazier's looking for a Mo down here. Nice spray from him, finding 2. And this is just looking out of touch for control. No way they get this. Godku's just desperate for a kill. But what can he do? Nothing really. Not even any guns for him to save. Mr. Obvious going for the spam of the Deagle does eventually pay off.
Yeah, that one kill is a nice one to find.
Yeah,
that's
messy
a chance
from him.
to get some more in the CT push, but yeah, the movement out of 8 Sins was just a bit too tricky there. Godku down at the end. That is indeed a 10th round for 8 Sins. Goal. Only with 6 currently.
They can do it against TLR. Can they do it against 8 Sins here on Mirage? Got the guns again. Ryzer on his signature weapon, looking to take this one guns blazing. It's been very aggressive so far on that T side. I'm curious to see if he wants to keep that trend going.
I'd like to see Minimal having a stronger performance here. He was one of the key players to get against that TLR comeback. He's on a 0.5 KD right now, and he's playing quite differently to how he was in the previous game, playing around on Palace a lot more beforehand. This time he's out of the site, and he sends us straight into that. Still 5 versus 5 retake and an HP advantage for control, but time's ticking, and that nade pop actually ends up going in the way of control.
Yeah, maybe missed timing there from 8 Sins into the 4 versus 3 now. 8 Sins, they've been looking sharp on this A bomb site, but they've not been in this situation before. That bomb is going to get a smoke on top, but Prime finds his first of
It's just no
the
time.
round. Yeah, they're playing this one way too late. Where's the kit, guys? Going for the long diffuse. He has to stick it. Prime gets the kill, and that's going to be it for 8 Sins. They find the round. Control. It was so close, but no one with the kit.
Nope.
Again, the kit coming into play so many times.
Waiting that retake out a bit too long there. I mean, there were 4 versus 3 as well, but still just waiting for things to come there.
Yeah, that's so messy, though. They're just panicking. I think they probably were cognizant of the no kit, but, you know, they need to get themselves into the bomb site a little bit quicker. The bomb, it was close. That was desperate. Block kill just manages to get him off the bomb. So, that's very, very close. That's why it's desperate from control. M4s, MP9, Nally Bond.
Minimal, I highlighted him just around prior to having been able to do quite a lot on this area. But a ton of util going towards him. At least there's a team kill going in for 8 Sins. 4 versus 4. We're presented with an A retake scenario for control. Once again, Gotu getting a great spam there. Bit of a crazy position for Frazier's AWP to be in on top of stairs.
Yeah, but he's going to fall back towards ramp. Wants to play this one safe. We have got 3 players towards CT. Tornek's going to be flashed into position. They're blind. It was almost looking nice there from Tornek. But Ali
got a
Bond,
flash here.
yep, does, but Frazier with his AWP gonna miss one. Dobbo in the 1 versus 2 to get this one for 8sins. Smoke's gonna obscure his vision.
Hit this time.
Yeah, they've got a kit, thankfully. Looking the wrong way. What was that? Godku, thank God. He has to find the kit. He needs to find the kit.
Yeah, he's got it. He's got it.
Okay.
7th round coming in for Control. Successful on the A retake this time, but man, the chaos going down on the A site right now is just almost a horrible experience to watch. It's just, yeah, keeping us on the edge of our seats. Control Esports. It's not over for them yet, though.
No, absolutely not. And we saw it yesterday, bringing it back. Keeping 8sins off of that match point, not to give them the potential for overtime. For 8sins, they've been loving that A-bomb site, but they decide to switch it up going into this round, going for that mid control early on. Not too much aggression here from Control. Godku's looking for that push through the smoke. Here he goes. This is what we expect from him, but Frazier also very aware of what could be taking place through that smoke. Godku's gonna think twice about his actions. A little bit more passive.
Dobbo. There's a lot of potential for him. He's been able to cross onto this side of Palace. Now, if he plays in the late round while his team take Con, it might be another A site post plant battle going down. Con being pressured.
Starting to make their way towards Connector. The utility's starting to flood out now. They're aware of Godku's position. That nade's going to do massive damage. It does. Tadpole takes it into the face. Taken down low, but here they into the A-bomb site. 8sins have been loving this bomb site so far. Every single round going for it again and again. That bomb is going to be planted. Tornek's looking for that flank on minimal. He does find it. Riser chimes in with one of his own, and it's looking dire for 8sins. Are getting picked apart one by one. Riser with another. Minimal's going to pick up that AK. Prime not able to get anything, and it's clean from Control. Look at that, 5 players staying alive. Mr. Obvious is going to pick up that AK-47, and look at that. We were talking about the comeback yesterday against the Last Resort.
Definitely.
Do you believe?
Potential always. Godku and Riser working together, picking up 2 kills each that round, and it's nice to see Minimal finding a frag there as well over on ramp. He really can be such a nuisance as an A anchor for his opponents. And 8sins, maybe they need to be a little bit humbled here with their bombardment over towards A. It seems quite closed right now, and Riser confirming that. The pistol's coming over into the site now. Godku swinging with a double headshot.
Nothing they could do about that.
And Control with a 9th. I mean, yeah, it was just an eco, but Control dealing with it nicely. 8sins, they've really been conditioning the A site. I wonder what else they have cooking, because I'm sure their strat book is a little bit deeper than targeting just 50% of the map.
Yeah, they don't like the B bomb site, do they? They've been going A time after time. You know, it's been working out for them so far. But Control, they were able to take that one, given it was an eco round.
The 2 times 8sins have taken B. Control haven't been able to get back into it on the retake, so they may find a bit more success over there. There's this dangerous crossfire that 8sins have been using against the Control market retake, and maybe we'll see that being played here. 8sins heavily outside B. Ali Bond solo on the site. Control. They've got a player in underpass though. There's potential for a... Oh, it's ladder room actually. What? Speaking of underpass, 8sins making a bit of noise over there.
Ali Bond, maybe you're getting a bit too stressed out there. Throwing his utility early. Tadpole will be taken down towards mid, but Prime on that flank. He's going to start pinching them in. Ali Bond, he's got to be aware of this for sure here. He's going to be looking towards the angle, but the timing might be working out for Prime. He gets a nice headshot onto Ali Bond, and they have got 2 players towards short here. Mr. Obvious going to go for the peak, but Dobbo finds the first. Mr. Obvious is taken down, and here we go. Riser in the 1 versus 3. Does he even go for this? Give up match point for 8sins. We're talking about them going towards B, and they take it by force.
Riser, we've seen him look a bit desperate in the clutch attempts for not opting to save the AWP. Maybe we need to see some discipline here, but he's going to go for it. He's got to pull it off.
They have the money behind them, to be fair. Control, they've got a decent amount of bank behind them, so he might as well go for this, try his best to at least make damage, potentially even getting the round win, but it's not looking good. Prime's going to take him down. 8sins find match point and Control. They're on the back foot, and they need to try and switch it up a little bit. 8sins, we're talking about them going on the A bomb site constantly. They take the B bomb site, and they do a good job of it.
Control still yet to have a successful B retake. They struggled retaking A at first, but then were able to iron out that kink. But they're going to be running out of opportunities to be able to fix that issue over on B. Because they're fighting against match point. Going to have to see Control take this one into overtime if they want to get over to overpass and remain in the tournament.
8sins going back to old reliable. Dobber's going to run out, gets that entry onto minimal. Vodku is looking towards stairs, but that flank from Tornex doing work. 8sins looking to take this one cleanly as Riser is the last man standing. Do you think he can do a 1v5? I don't think he can.
If he does, it would be probably one of the greatest things to happen.
No,
That's an epic
okay.
lamb.
He's 1 of 4. And he's on half HP. He's been Molotov'd off. There's no chance. Yeah, he kills himself. Okay, he knew what was up for him.
And we will be seeing 8sins versus TLR in the grand final of EPIC47. And condolences to Control Esports. They did well to get this far in the tournament. They can be happy about that. But no rematch versus TLR will be happening. 8sins USA in that they were up early this morning, anti-stratting. I guess that dedication has paid off for them.
Yeah, not wanting to have a repeat throughout the bracket. They want to take this to the grand finals, and they will be meeting the last resort there for the grand final.
Yep, let's see the long journey that 8sins
took the long way for
here. Control with a shorter route, but ending a little bit shorter too. TLR versus 8sins happening in the grand final of EPIC47. You guys stick around for that one. It's very likely to be an absolute banger. Any final comments, Yui?
No, but I just know that TLR, 8sins, maybe not the players, but the organizations, they've been at it, they know each other, and this is due to be an amazing grand final, so stay tuned for it.
Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoy the final.